Drain pretty well.
Yeah, it doesn't do bad. You still hear it. It's not like it is down at the bottom, but it's not bad at all. Okay, so obviously full pump, switch. We're in filter mode right now. What you need to do is when you see the pressure going up or your flow rates going down, one little indication is when you're watching the cleaner going round, and it starts getting up to the top and it doesn't make it and it like drops down because it's losing suction, your filter's invariably starting to plug up. So you switch it off, you press down on here, because if you start to try and just wind it across, you'll snap it. So you press down, turn it round, go backwash, and you're ready to start throwing this. You let it run for probably a minute or so, just because you're pouring good water down the drain. So you let it go, and you're starting to come out there. You'll see it'll start to get a bit crappy water. It's getting a bit darker now. So you're swishing the sand around. I usually give it a little, just agitate it a little bit more.
So that dirty water is coming from inside the filter.
Yeah, it's agitating the sand up, getting the crap out from in the sand, and you're sending it right down the drain.
Okay.
Obviously, you're losing water out there.
Right.
Your pool. Okay. Not quite a minute. It's not looking too bad. Might not be a bad idea sometime put a brand new one in there that's nice and clean and clear.
You can actually tell when it's clean water.
Yeah. So back to off, and then obviously you would go around to filter. If you want to drain the pool, you'd obviously go to waste.
Okay.
And that obviously is employing the same line, going straight down the drain. Recirculate is if you've put, like, there's old ways of putting the chemicals in. In the olden days, they used to put them in like old tights and stuff like that, tie it up, put the chemicals in there and put it in the skimmer and just let it dissolve over time. I've used pucks for quite a few years now.
Oh, okay.
Come with stabiliser. Stabiliser's good. If you, it helps your chlorine last longer, so you get a better bang for your buck out of your chlorine. But you can do that. You can put stabiliser in at the beginning of the year and put chlorine pucks or straight chlorine afterwards. It's a good idea to shock the system with either liquid chlorine or you can get powdered shock, that sort of stuff, shock treatment. Buy it at Costco or wherever. You get it and just put a pouch in every 3 weeks, something like that, just to give the system a...
Just give it a little jerk at the start of the season.
So yeah, that's on backwash. Down, around, back to filter.
Okay.
Now, if you wish, we'll show you the... Show you what I'll show you. The slide. Just a valve here, main valve, so I can switch it on.
Yep.
And this one you can adjust for, off. Should have nothing coming out of it. If you open that wide, you'll soak people sitting at the table. So you just open it up a little bit, have a little look. Don't have any mirrors or anything like that. Okay, you can see how high it's going right now, and I've only opened it up a little bit.
Oh,
so if you want to really...
Okay.
So you can really open it up.
All right. So just a little bit is all it takes.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh man, that's hardly open at all. I've hardly got that open. Is that about right?
No, it's still crazy. All right. This is something I think my daughter explained. Less, more. That's great. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even notice it had hooked up. There we go.
Yeah, some person asked me and they thought it was from the the normal water tap. I was saying, no, you'd freeze your butt off sitting up there if it was just straight
No kidding.
cold water going in. You can put cold water into it if you want.
Well, yeah, I mean, my cousins have one, and they just use a pitcher. They pour a pitcher of water down when they're about to slide.
Turn it off for now. What I do is I put the chlorine pucks in there, in the basket.
Yeah.
That's where I normally put them.
Like, unscrew that, pop it in.
Yeah. Off for obvious reasons.
Yeah, could get messy.
It's not it's like a bayonet cap sort of arrangement. It's not a full screw. You just tap it. So. You know, put another puck in it.
How often should that get cleaned? Oh, it's got a bucket.
Whenever it gets getting dirty like that, that's probably got about another day in it. There should be. You just pull it out.
But that's like probably a couple weeks, or is that a week's worth, or?
Oh no, that's. Well, it depends how many storms you get coming through and what's the
Right.
wind like.
Right.
Because whatever crap goes on the top, you're going to pull it in. You have the basket there. That'll take most of it out.
And that's the
I'll
one on
show
the
you
far
another
side?
one.
Yeah.
On the far side. This needs to go in, and there's a little alignment key. So it just drops in.
Okay.
That bit there.
Gotcha.
So it just goes in. If you don't get it, this lid won't go back on.
Oh.
So you soon find out. So just over to the side. There. Just a turn. Done.
Gotcha.
Switch it back on and it'll vent itself. So right now I've got it just on, you won't believe it or not, but basically just pulling stuff off the top. So that's basically crap that's getting skimmed off the top.
Okay.
Is that. So I'll just let that establish. You'll see air start to come out of that vent first and then that one. But they'll get there eventually. It's just venting off.
So when I want to fill the pool,
Yeah.
do I fill it? Oh, there's some bubbles. So do I fill that from there? Like when I actually want to fill the pool with water?
Hose pipe, just put it in.
That's it. Just like
Don't
just
start
like
the
just
pump
like
up until you get about an inch up the skimmer,
okay.
because
It needs water in there to be able to work.
Needs water. Equally, well, I'll show you. I can show you that now. Or not. If you want to drain the pool down,
Like for the winter time or whatever?
For winter, what you do? See the skimmer there.
The little white one?
The little white one. That's a little bit fractional lower than that one, about half an inch maybe. What you need to do is lower the water level down below the skimmer, and then what I usually do is I blow the lines out with a wet dry vac. I'll blow the lines down, and equally in here, down there's the main hole. That pipe obviously goes back to the suction of the pump. There's that one.
So I need to get that lower than that.
You'll have no choice. That's lower.
Okay.
So
that'll know. So if I get the pool level lower than that, that will already be lower.
So what you need to do, this is where this will lead into draining things down. Is this. Okay, what this is the old style vacuums before they invented those babies. They take you a lot of time and effort.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you can do is you can vacuum. These are the old style vacuums. Just fit in the end. And And what you were doing is if you wanted to, you could drain the whole pool down if you wanted with this.
Okay. I cannot give you the car keys, sweetie, but I can unlock the gate for you.
Daddy, Mommy needs the car keys because Olivia needs stinky diaper.
Okay. So, when you are closing it down for winter, that goes on there. That basket comes out, and this just fits. There's a little lip inside there that it fits on, and it gets sucked down. There we go. We're sucking it through, so it'll vent. It'll send air into the pump again. So we'll have to wait for that to do its stuff again. But after you've blown those lines out, what you need to do is seal them again. Keep the water out. And what you do is put tape, Teflon tape, and you take the eyelets out in the injectors, just back them out, put them in, so you seal the lines back up.
Okay.
And tape on that goes in there.
That closes up the...
That closes up the return line to here, and it's equally, if there's ice gets in there, it's collapsible.
Okay.
So it protects your skimmer housing. So that's that. So with this in this configuration, in theory you can drain the whole pool down. But there's one little annoying thing with that is that once the level goes down below here, that's not a perfect seal on there.
Oh.
So you have your hose pipe going and you keep putting water into there. You're discharging far more than what you're pouring in,
Okay.
but it's a trade-off. Either that or you go buy a submersible pump and go stick it right to the bottom and plug it in and forget about it.
So when I'm doing this, when I'm got the suction going, I've set the filter to waste.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yeah, that's what you'd be doing. I wouldn't waste the water to start off with. Do a backwash and then so it's nice and clean for over winter. So when you start up in spring,
Yeah, we don't have a
backwash it?
festering pool.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're going to have to fill it back up again. And the other thing, when you close it down, what I usually do is I get 5 gallons of chlorine. Put 5 gallons of chlorine in it, and that's usually good for the whole winter.
Okay.
And obviously, when you put the winter blanket over it, you put it to bed for winter.
Right.
When you have it open it up in spring, it's usually not that bad. There's been times when it depends, you know, if you get a lot of rain or some crap going in it, you might have it be a bit green, but on the whole, not usually too bad.
Okay.
So this would allow us to drain the pool right down to nothing. But this portion here, this is the automatic cleaner.
Yep.
A couple of things just to notice. One, this needs to be able to rotate round, so it's on a little lip inside there.
Okay.
So these I went through one. These are good for about 10 years, and I don't know, they're about 20-30 bucks. This here is where it meets onto it. So just be sure before you throw it in that this is on good, because if not, you'll have to fish this out from the bottom. It can be annoying, so you just make sure it's on good. And this allows it to rotate. I usually pull it out a bit so it's nice and stretched. There's, to protect the pump, has a relief valve.
Okay.
So if it doesn't get all junk around it. Oh, come on. No, I'll get that out. Good timing. That's what that relief valve does. It allows for an alternate flow into the pump so you don't burn the pump out. So I'll have to get rid of this lot. good suction on it. So that takes care of that. And obviously you can take the hose off, not the hose, this pipe arrangement off and put the other
Right.
utensils on.
So that just plugs right in there.
Yeah, take the basket out. Yeah, might have to get into that later. Anyway, I'll show you what it does. Just push her in underneath the float, push it down. Again, it's going to suck the air out of the lines. Put that back on.
And once it gets suction, it'll start.
Yeah, you just leave it. It's a bit slow getting up into the shallow end. It sometimes gets up there. I usually can't wait. I usually pull it up there to the shallow end, and it's away to the races.
All right.
Just and well,
Okay.
a couple of days later, pull it out. Then you're done.
And that gets done every couple of weeks.
Oh no, you want to leave it in. Not doing any harm. The only trouble is when you have that in, you're not particularly skimming very much off the surface.
Right.
So if you're going to have, you know, high winds and leaves, you're best taking that out. But other than that, if you've got the pump going and nobody's going for a swim, why not be vacuuming?
Right. Sure.
It's not taking any effort.
Right.
So, yeah, so I'd be doing that. Right. Can't think of much else to tell you.
Okay.
If you've got a friend that's into pools, then I'm sure they'll. Just the thing is to move it, lower it down. Oh, and then what I do is once I've lowered it down, put the caps in, put everything else, I fill it back up a little bit. Not to this level. You've got to allow room for snow and rain and whatever else to go in there. But it's just you're living at the bottom of a hill. It's good to keep sort of water pressure in there because of the water table. So you don't have to be too silly about it and filling it up or anything like that. You don't. Just be conscious of it. Like, don't drain the pool down, that's what I'm trying to say, and expect everything to sit there.
So yeah, things.
You need to keep
It might
water
shift a
in.
little bit.
Yeah, you need to keep water in.
To keep everything else at bay.
Yeah. You're living at the bottom of a hill, so you've got to be conscious of water table. So don't drain it down and expect nothing to happen. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to drain it down, that's not good.
Understood.